Mr Asquith from York, the referee. Oldham to kick off, and certainly a game that Saints have got to win. John Fieldhouse been named as caretaker coach here at Oldham, with Tony Barrow being given his marching orders through lack of form, but he can only do as much with the staff he's got. He's only in the same predicament, I suppose, at St Helens with Mike McClellan. He can only do the best with the staff he's got. But it's Oldham to kick off. Tira Patty gathers it, drives it up to the 25. And let's hope Mr Asquith is in a better form than Mr Morris was last week. He penalised us out of the game at OKR, 22 penalties to 10. I only counted 20, but I've been assured it was 22 to 10. But I know the game wasn't allowed to flow as freely as it should have been. So it's in possession. Groves, the ball back to Loughlin. Boots it downfield. John Fieldhouse just goes up and challenges Paul Loughlin. Nothing in it at all, but Ruane, I think, on the far side. In possession for Oldham. Up here at the Watersheddings, and it's a right cold hole up here on the side where we're videoing from. I think it was 1972 when Saints played Oldham in the first round of the Challenge Cup. We just come through 8 points to 6, I think it was, to Coslick's trusty boot. But what a day that was here. You think you're cold until you come to Oldham. Hefty boot downfield. Loughlin has to turn. McAllister was that banged it downfield. But the Oldham players, they have to lay off Loughlin. They've got to give him 10 yards. But Jonathan Griffiths there, scampering away from acting halfback. Mick Ford, one of the tacklers, in there to meet him. Shane Cooper, Saints moving it to the left, but Oldham penalised for offside. Only 1.5 minutes gone, and as is the norm, usually the referee just showing that he is there and giving an offside decision, but a bad kick there gives Oldham possession when Saints should have been back on the attack. Duncan Platt coming crossfield. Bill Beavers brings him down. Back in the line-up after a nastily bruised shin, but Paul Round running rampant. Ex-Saints forward Paul Round running through the Saints defence there. Brett Clark lofts it out. McAllister takes it well, pushes the first line defence off, lofts it over to the far side, but it certainly looked to him forward as he went over to Steve Robinson on the far side. But Paul Round there powering his way through. Tremendous burst. The ball was moved to the right. Brett Clark again, and then McAllister, and lobbed over to the left wing. But it's a scrum down. Jonathan Griffiths to feed when the scrum can be packed correctly. So Oldham capitalising on the Saints mistake there when the ball should have gone into touch and give Saints possession. But a bad kick. Oldham brought it up and moved 35 yards upfield. Well, one against the head there at the scrum. Oldham moving it across field. Duncan Platt in the line. Good tackle from Bailey, brings him down. Brett Clark at dummy half. Oldham moving it left. Paul Round again. Turns inside. Takes some stopping this lad Round. He wants to do well against his old club, but it's early pressure. It's Round again, looking for the runners. Harrison there and Shane Cooper bring him down. Ruane, Oldham move it right. Clark again, forward, along the line. Saints looking for the interception there. But Tommy Martin forced down with the ball. Richard Russell at dummy half. Oldham still in command, just inside the Saints 25, but Russell there didn't know what to do with it, and he's forced back. The 6th and final tackle. It'll go up in the air, you can bet. Mick Ford, well, it's the Saints player, but it's still the 6th tackle as Platt moves it crossfield. McAllister, well, the tackle is, it's not completed. He gets the ball away, but Oldham keep the ball alive. It's still on the 6th tackle. Ruane lofts it high. Well, Brett Clark comes up with it. It's waved away this time. It was to touch the Saints player, so Oldham still putting pressure on. Saints will have to defend tirelessly. The Oldham Speckies get behind them. Well, Stuart Evans comes up with possession. It's prop forward Donegan there, Austin Donegan, ex-Saint, coming through at pace, hoping to take it. He couldn't take it cleanly. And Saints come up with possession. Russell Good clamp tackle there on his counterpart, Shane Cooper. Paul Grove scampering away. And Kevin Ward back in the action after being out for 4 weeks with a broken thumb. Just taking a knock there. Referee Asquith penalises Oldham. It's Donegan and McAllister going in, not allowing the Saints player to get up and play the ball quickly. So it's Paul Loughlin. Mustn't make any mistake this time as Loughlin finds touch. 10 yards short of the halfway line. No score at present. 5 minutes of play gone, but it's been all Oldham. Stuart Evans got Oldham penalised for offside at the play the ball. Grove takes it quickly and he scampers off. John Harrison, well, the Oldham spec is in front of us on about the referee penalising Oldham. He should have been at Hull Kingston Rovers last week, shouldn't he? They would have had something to say about it. But it's Evans up to the Oldham 25 now. Solid tackling there, McAllister, Donegan in at the tackle. Cooper getting his troops moving. On to Jonathan Griffith, sees the gap, tries forward up to the 25 now. Beavers, Cooper, Ward running hard, and he was in rampant form. Ward, wasn't he? He gets the ball away. Harrison flicks it back. Cooper tidies up. He still keeps it going, does Cooper. It's up to Evans. Little chip kick through. Super kick from Stuart Evans there for his wingman, Les Quirk. But it finds touch right in the corner there, only about a yard or two from the corner flag. The scrum down to be formed. Obviously, I must apologise for the stanchion in front of you. Circumstances beyond our control. That's right in the corner. Oldham come up with the possession from the scrum. Usually these stanchions are always in the line of action, aren't they? But this is the position that we've been given here at Watershed Inns, and obviously we have to put up with it. Everybody's facilities can't be as good as St Helens, can they? It's Paul round. Well, they'll have to get into him. He'll want to do well. He's a big forward, a big lad. He runs rampant, and Saints will have to meet him and bang him to the earth. John Fieldhouse, caretaker player coach here at Oldham. Ex-Warrington St Helens player. Back to McAllister for the kick downfield. Les Quirk comes in. He sits up nice for Quirk, but he's going to have 10 yards. Well, that's a poor 10 yards in my opinion from referee Asquith. As McAllister kicks the ball upfield, Quirk gathers it. Paul Loughlin coming into the line. Nobody with him. He has to take the three-man Oldham tackle, and they'll be fired up, Oldham. John Harrison tries to get it away. Cooper tidies up. He did well there. Well, a forward pass being ruled. A scrum down to be formed just inside the Saints half. Oldham going down last week, 28 points to 20 against Featherstone, and Saints, as I said, drawing 26 points apiece at Kingston Rovers, a game that we should have won. Oldham spread it to the left. Duncan Platt in the line again. He tried to get up, well, he's lost possession. Well, the referee looking at his touch judges. Well, if he can't make a decision, it's tiny, isn't it? The ball clearly lost there by Duncan Platt, and the referee in the Australian fashion looking at both touch judges, but clearly lost the ball. Round, running rampant, looking for support. He's got it from Russell, and Oldham are in for a try. Russell comes behind the sticks. But 8 minutes of play. Richard Russell opens the scoring for Oldham, which a try, another controversial try there. Obviously the ball lost. Duncan Platt's got up. He didn't consider himself tackled. He got up and he lost possession. The referee looked at him, looked at the touch judges, allowed play to go on, and then full marks to Oldham. They run riot. Paul Round coming onto the ball. He run hard and straight, and Russell was backing up on his right. He took the ball and touched down between the sticks. Early lead for Oldham. It's going to be 6 points. No problem for Duncan Platt here to convert this, I am quite sure. Platt pops it over. 6 points to 0 the score after 8 minutes for Oldham. But there again, we can argue all we want to about that, can't we? But it's on the board. The points are on the board, and Oldham are in the lead. In the early minutes, they've certainly looked strong. They've run hard. and it's been virtually all Oldham, apart from a short excursion from the Saints in the Oldham 25. But it's Beavers urging his side to keep on side. Kicks it diagonally to the end stand there, and it's Tommy Martin that picks it up. Is it? Oh no, it's there's Foy up 4, I believe. There's Foy up 4 and Tommy Martin at 3. But it's Oldham still in possession, certainly running hard, and the point is, can they run hard for the full 80 minutes? Will they run out of steam? Saints will have to get in there and make sure they can't. Alan Hunt takes it well, certainly looks a little frosty on the pitch, but he goes infield, threading his way through. Loughlin was with him, but Hunt takes the tattle of John Fieldhouse. Saints move it left, it's John Harrison, he straightens up. Saints still struggling with injury problems. George Mann out, an early casualty last week after only 4 minutes at New Craven Park. A nasty gash in the top of his leg there, 16 stitches I believe. It's Kevin Ward battering his way through into the Oldham defence. David Cosgrove attacked in half-back. Saints moving it blindside. Stuart Evans up to the 25, turning in the tackle, looking for support. Round forward, Fieldhouse at the bottom. But it's Saints still in possession. Quick ball handling there. Loughlin in the line, looking to turn the pass out there, but it's the 6th and final tackle of this sequence for the Saints. Let's see what they've got up the sleeves. Beavers lofts it high. Well, Oldham come up with possession. Did touch Jonathan Griffith's hand, I believe. If Saints had got possession, Oldham would only have to tackle them for the changeover. Platt in the line. Links up well, does Duncan Platt with his outfit. Ex-Saints star Brett Clark played for Saints at Wembley in 1987. Well, that looks suspiciously forward as the man ran onto the ball. But a play allowed to go on. Fieldhouse. Evans went down and Fieldhouse tried to jump over him. Stuart Evans just tapping his ankles. And using a lot of McAllister now for kicking upfield. Pegging Saints back in their own 25. Sits up nice for Paul Loughlin. It's certainly nice and hard on that pitch. Loughlin stretching his legs, driving through. 20-yard burst, and Paul taking the full-back berth with the injury to Gary Conley, and Phil Beavers still at standoff. Shane Cooper, Saints captain, getting things underway. Jonathan Griffiths threading his way through. This is the position he likes, and he hopes to make it his own. He's not had a lot of chances at scrum half this season. But Beavers, quick hand there onto Harrison, but good tackling on the far side. Call round again, good clamp tackling. And he certainly relishes the challenge as Paul Round. He's a good forward. Cooper chips it through. Well, Grove's being ruled offside, is he? No. Pushing off the ball. Saints player obstructing our Oldham player is the signal there. So certainly Shane, beg your pardon, an Oldham player pushing a Saints player there. I was just going to say, I thought there was a little interference as Shane Cooper chipped it through, and he had to round one of the Oldham players. So it's a penalty to the Saints. A chance for Paul Loughlin to bring 2 points back for the Saints. Well, 35, just less than 35 yards out, more or less centre field, just slightly to the left of centre. Oldham, one of the promoted teams at the end of last season, with Rochdale and Hull KR, and unfortunately they're struggling at the bottom of the East Owen bit of the championship table in 12th position. 12, 13 and 14 that go down, so they've got to hope for some wins to get them back. As Paul Loughlin kicks it well, lobs it between the sticks. 14 minutes gone, and Saints back on the board now at 6 points to 2. Paul Loughlin's 48th goal of the season. And it puts Saints on the board at 6 points to 2. Good kick-off. Alan Hunt gathers it, gives the dummy, comes down his touch line, no way through for him. Solid tackling there. Tony Anderson quickly in with Paul Round and Des Foy. Stuart Evans running it up. John Fieldhouse, caretaker coach here at Oldham. But John Harrison beats the first line of defence, can't release the ball, no support for the Saints. It's Groves again, Cooper, inside ball, Cosgrove I think it is that comes up with it this time. Saints moving it left, Kevin Ward, as I was saying before he broke his thumb, Kevin Ward, he was running rampant, playing really well, and Saints spreading it quickly. Tirapati, good tackling there from Oldham, he came in well, but it's Cooper again, Alan Hunt. Well, he loses possession, it goes into touch, he loses a boot as well. I didn't know whether Alan Hunt was going to come inside, but it must have been on the sixth tackle and the change over is ruled. I didn't see the referee's hand upstretched, but it's Des Foy trying to thread his way through. Oldham in possession. Mick Ford at dummy half, Oldham bring it blindside, Brett Clark goes back inside, ducks under the tackle. Jonathan Griffiths just holds him down. Mick Ford. Oldham penalised, Oldham getting a penalty for Saints being offside. And the Oldham faithful in front of us here. The Oldham faithful are quite pleased with that decision. And just an alteration to your Oldham team. Robinson is to number 2 and Anderson at number 5. So quite a few changes to the team given out by the PA system. But Duncan Platt strikes it well. Goes to the right though, it was more or less centre field. So a chance to give Oldham that 6-point cushion back as it goes to the right. They're in the front by 6 points to 2. As Russell actually scoring the try for the touchdown, but it came through controversial circumstances. But it's allowed to go on. Referee Asquith let play go on. And Beavers now to drop out. Floated ball, McAllister takes it. Big New Zealander McAllister. He was at the centre of an incident there with David Bishop, where McAllister received fractured cheekbone and that, and believe it or not, after watching the video, David Bishop, he got away with that. But he's now back in Wales, he's finished with the OKR as far as we know, after an altercation with coach Roger Millwood. Well, that's another story, isn't it? Oldham still in possession, moving it quickly left, quick hand, Brett Clark, lofted ball to Duncan Platt, out to Robinson. He turns in field. Well, the referee's giving a forward pass. I can't agree with that decision there. It certainly looked a good ball from Duncan Platt. But it's amazing what these referees can see and what they can't, isn't it? Obviously, a lot of displeasure from the Oldham partisan crowd in front of us. But they'll have to put up with it, won't they? Griffiths, Beavers, onto Hunt. Hunt's trying to stretch out, but Brett Clark just brings him down there. It was a good tackle from Clark, otherwise Hunt would have been away. Certainly building up ahead of steam there. Beavers into space. Up to the 25. Looking for support on his left. Shane Cooper now, attacked in half-back. Saints will bring the ball in field. Griffiths. Kevin Ward running hard, he's Ward. Shakes off the first line of defence and he's up to the 25, finally brought down by Ruane and Fieldhouse. Centre field, 25 yards out, Saints in possession. They move it to the left, Beavers passes round the man, Cooper, a back pass to Quirk. It came off that time, but certainly looked a little dangerous. But Saints not frightened of throwing it about. But Oldham defence holding exceptionally firm at present. Cooper there. Lofts it high, it's going to be taken by Duncan Platt. Oh, superb take by Duncan Platt. Well, Saints penalised now at the play of the ball for being offside. He moves back over to his right. And Oldham awarded a penalty. 4 penalties to 3. What a poor kick from Oldham. Don't think they gained any yardage whatsoever there. Ruane onto Fieldhouse. Evans and Rapati coming for the tackle. Austin Donegan moving it diagonally cross field. Ex-Saints had some storming displays in the Saints A team. Just couldn't break through into the first team. Most of his rugby being played in the second row at Saints. Fieldhouse backing up, turns it inside. Good play from forward, inside to wingman Robinson. Not frightened of throwing it about, and Saints will have to close Oldham down. Oldham bringing it blindside. Well, Fieldhouse gathers possession via Alan Hunt's legs. Not much chance of doing out about that, Alan Hunt. But Oldham with another 6 tackles, and Charlie McAllister losing his feet. Well, he's chance of losing the ball as well. He's taken back 10-15 yards by Cooper and Ward. Good defence from the Saints. They'll have to press up. Donegan now into the tackle. Evans is there with Kevin Ward. Ruane at dummy half for Oldham. Brett Clark sees the gap into space. Saints will have to close a good tackle from Griffiths. Wily campaign of Brett Clark. It's 25 yards for Oldham. It's now with Paul Round on the far side. Inside to Ruane. 6th and final one of this sequence. And the ball will be up in the air, you can guarantee. Forward, lofts it high, over to that wing, the Anderson wing. John Harrison comes up with possession. Didn't touch a Saints player. A lot of the Oldham spectators thought it had touched a Saints player, and Harrison was in an offside position, but it hadn't. And Stuart Evans now powering his way up to the halfway line. Groves again. David Cosgrove back into the fray. But Saints will have to spread it out quickly to the wingmen and hope they can create holes in this Oldham defence. Loughlin, extra man. Looks as though he was taken before the ball was passed from Griffiths. But good play from the Saints, trying to get things going. Paul Loughlin coming up as the extra man. Jonathan Griffiths tried the short ball. It didn't come off. A knock-on rule by referee Asquith. Oldham, as I said, in the second division last season, but they met Saints twice in the Lancashire Cup at Nosey Road, and Oldham beat Saints 6 points to 36. Tremendous performance. Well, Saints come up with possession. Jonathan Griffiths. Oldham won the ball from the scrum, but lost it in the tackle. Well, referee Asquith again. He's looking for guidance. A penalty's been given. Raking the ball back out of Jonathan Griffiths' hands, I think, is the indication. But it's referee Asquith again. He looked to the touch judges yet again. Got the right answer this time. And Beavers with the penalty. Saints now a chance to get points on the board. Groves, Cooper along the line, David Cosgrove, but the Oldham defence holds firm. I don't know whether your view is obstructed by the stanchion. No, it isn't. My cameraman's letting me know, but unfortunately it's just to the left of our camera position. It's still in possession, looking to get a try and a goal on the board that'll put him in the lead. Kevin Ward running hard. Oldham looking to take the ball out of his hands, but he's certainly moved up there within, 5 or 6 yards of the Oldham try line. Beavers want to quick play the ball. It's inside. Jonathan Griffiths, quick hands. Cooper onto Loughlin. It's lost. Oldham come up with possession. I think play will be allowed to go on. But quick hands was the order of the day, trying to move it over there to the left wing. Got the ball going down. And Oldham back in possession, just inside their own 25-yard area. Oldham coming crossfield. The Saints will have to meet them, not give them any leeway at all. Mick Ford, he plays it to himself, turns it inside to Duncan Platt, brother of ex-Saints Andy Platt. Round at acting half-back, scampering away, no Saints defence to meet him, and Saints will have to tackle in numbers. He gets it away to Fieldhouse, he turns it back inside to Mick Ford. Well, all the Oldham spectators just a minute ago that he was taken off the ball, but he soon got up there, didn't he? Saints come up with possession. Quick hands. Loughlin. Beavers comes inside. Rapati has to come inside. Lofts the ball over to Loughlin. Takes it well. It's now with Quirk. What can Les Quirk do? He's come from his left wing over to the right. He's tackled centre field. And both teams not frightened of throwing the ball about. Les Quirk nearly had the ball knocked out of his hand, but Stuart Evans turns in the tackle up to the 25-yard line. Rich Cooper now, that tacked in half-back. What's he got up his sleeve? The ball's moved to the right. Kevin Ward put back into the fray. Saints driving it forward. Have to be spread out. Griffiths, Beavers, on to Rapati. But solid tackling again, yet again. He certainly stuck to the task, and Fieldhouse, he's got him fired up. It's the sixth and final tackle. And Beavers, across field, diagonal kick. Well, Saints back in possession. Mark Bailey comes inside. It's on the sixth tackle, I think. It hasn't been wiped clean, but it's Evans. That's going to be the changeover. It certainly looked as though Saints could have moved it out to Les Quirk on the far side, but it came back inside. And Oldham now regain possession from the changeover. 6 points to 2 the score, 26 minutes of the game gone, Oldham in possession. And only that early 8th minute try by Russell, the only try that's been scored this afternoon, and that was controversial to say the least after a blatant knock-on from Duncan Platt. Platt in possession, boots the ball downfield. Alan Hunt, he lets it bounce, tips it up, moves over centre field. Loughlin comes with him, but Hunt comes back. Reception committee there for him. Des 5 hangs him down, and Rapati moves up at acting half. Jonathan Griffiths. Well, Griffiths trying to thread his way through. Beats Round's tackle, is it? No, beg your pardon, it's Foy's tackle. Round now there at marker. Cooper. Cosgrove. Oldham lining out. Referee Asquith letting the game flow better than Mr. Morris did last week, I can assure you. But Saints still in possession. It's Jonathan Griffiths. Beavers into space, onto Rapati. Rapati looking to play it. Well, Beavers takes it. Knocked back. The tackle, well, it's wiped clean as the Oldham player knocked it out of the Saints player's hands. I didn't know whether he was going to blow for Rapati being tackled, but he mustn't have said anything. The ball knocked out. Beavers caught it, and Saints still spreading it. The second of the sequence of 6. Loughlin on to Kevin Ward. Straightens up. No, just going to flick it out there. Solid tackling, centre field. Cooper bringing the ball up. Jonathan Griffiths chips it through. McAllister now. Griffiths looking to regather that ball. But the player there, just as Griffiths chipped it through. Well, referee Asquith penalising Jonathan Griffiths there, I think, for interference at the play of the ball with Charlie McAllister. 5 penalties to 4 in Oldham's favour. The game stopped now, a substitution to be made. Paul Round coming off. And will it be Keith Atkinson coming on?
The Oldham substitution,
Keith Atkinson coming on to replace Paul Round. Whether it's a tactical move, I don't know. Obviously, Fieldhouse player coach is on the pitch. But he'll have his sidekick in the dugout. And Paul Round being replaced. Keith Atkinson, lucky to be playing rugby. Broke his neck a couple of years ago. But fully recovered and back in the fray. McAllister moving it left. Rapati and Griffiths wrap him up. Foy attacked in half-back. Fieldhouse and Foy there converting. Plan move. Ford, Clark. Atkinson running hard. First touch of the ball, but well tackled. Saints captain Shane Cooper brings him down. Clark scampering away onto Fieldhouse. In the Saints 25. It's on the 6th tackle now. And it's Ford working the loop movement, running round. Well, The ball's still allowed to go. It's Russell. Lofted over to the far side. And Oldham in for another try. Tony Anderson. Well, if there's any doubt before about forward passes, certainly that pass there on the sixth tackle looked a floater as it went out into the far side. But the try's allowed. Anderson scores it for Oldham. And there's no way that a team should be allowed to spread it out so quickly, especially on the sixth tackle. Went right from on the left here, on the sixth tackle, forward, Clark moved across on a lovely lofted pass that certainly looked a hip forward as it was taken on the far side, but it was finished off well. And Oldham in the lead by 10 points to 2 with a difficult conversion attempt from the far side. Just while we're having a minute, I know it's a couple of weeks late, but a belated birthday wish to Wendy Cardy from all the video team here. That's Ian, Peter and Ron, together with her husband Dan. They buy all these Saints videos both home and away, and they certainly know a good buy when they get one, don't they? They keep in touch with the Saints 3 and at every match, but they like to relive it again. As Duncan Platt comes across, a bit of a flapper that one, waved away. And 10 points to 2 the score. It's trailing by 10 points to 2, 9 minutes of the first half gone. But certainly they played hard, Oldham. They took the chances when they've got them. Even though, as I say, in my unbiased opinion, both of these tries certainly a little suspect. But Oldham in possession. Ruane at dummy half. He turns it inside. Keith Atkinson, fresh man, just come on for Paul Round. Ruane again, Oldham moving it to the right. Certainly running hard, and that's the name of the game. They're fighting for survival in this first division. They don't want to be one of these seesaw teams. McAllister kicks it up, Loughlin gathers it. A couple of weeks ago when Oldham played Wakefield here, they managed to win 26 points to 22. It was a good game, it was featured on BSB, but they went 10 points behind in Oldham and managed to crawl the way back. It was a good, exciting game, certainly a nail-biter. But they're in front this afternoon by 10 points to 2, and it's Saints that are going to have to fight their way back into this game. Stuart Evans certainly looked a little high from Atkinson on Evans. Fieldhouse was there as well. The referee Asquith there is just saying keep the tackles down. I don't think it did any damage, but Paul Groves hobbling off there on the far side. An unusual replacement, Paul Groves, but David Cosgrove will go into the hooker's role.
Ian Connor replaces Paul Groves.
As you just heard, Ian Connor there coming on to replace Paul Groves. Whether he has picked up a knock at Grovesy, it's unusual for Grovesy to go off in a game, but if he has picked a knock up and the ball wrenched from Connor's hands, well, a knock-on being ruled. I thought Oldham would come up with possession. Another questionable decision from Mr. Asquith. I thought Oldham had got possession there after Connor had been tackled, but he ruled a knock-on. It's going to be Oldham feed. Mick Ford comes up with possession. Referee Asquith's not happy with the scrum. It's all got to be done again. 6 minutes of the half remaining. Oldham come up with possession there. Move it over to the blind side. Well, quickly moved over there to Anderson. It's pity he couldn't take it. He had a clear run in front of him, even though it was about 65 yards. But I believe he's quite a speed merchant, and that's a chance going to bagging. For Oldham, well, they come up with scrum possession again. They move it crossfield, a loose ball, and a knock-on given again by referee Asquith. So Oldham capitalising there. It's regular hooker going off, and one taken against the head on the far side. But a knock-on here just in front of our commentary position, right in front of this awkward stanchion. Griffiths to feed. Oldham penalised for foot up. Beg your pardon. Oldham penalised for foot up in the scrum. Beavers wants to take it quickly. He knows that we've only about 5 minutes of the half remaining and Saints are trailing by 10 points to 2. Want to get back within striking distance, and a try and a goal wouldn't go amiss as Evans barges his way 10 yards short of the Oldham line. Saints will move it infield. It's John Harrison now. Now John Harrison, will we see the... I know it's only the second tackle. I don't know whether we'd see perhaps the headed movement. I think this only comes into play on the sixth tackle. But Cooper, Ward on the opposite diagonal, looking for support. He's got it from Harrison. Saints turn it infield. Cooper, quick hands, Rapati, into space, onto Loughlin. Over there, St Bailey is it. Just inches short of the try line. Saints spreading quickly. Rapati again. Can he squeeze over? Yes, Rapati touches down, right by the upright there. Good try from Rapati. Exceptionally good upper body strength as he powers his way in there with 2 or 3 Oldham men hanging on to him, and he manages to bounce it down right on the line there by the right hand upright. 36 minutes of the half gone. Teo Rapati in for his 8th try of the season. He had a succession, he scored in 4 consecutive games, but he did well there. He powered over. Saints back in the hunt now. It's going to be 10 points to 8 with this Loughlin conversion. Just a good time to score right before half time and it'll put Saints back within 2 points of Oldham. No problem for Loughlin this, right in front of the sticks. But Saints are doing well there, stretching the Oldham outfit for the first time in this match. And Loughlin pops it over. 10 points to 8 the score.
St Helens goal by Paul Loughlin.
And Oldham making another substitution just before half time. With Richard Russell coming off, being replaced by John Cogger.
Please go to the players down the half time.
He's a wily campaigner, he's Cogger. He was at Runcorn, then he was snapped up by Oldham, had a little bit of a contractual disagreement with Oldham, but he's back in the fold now. Rapati, try scorer there, stops it with his foot, gathers the ball, drives forward. If any Oldham players that have been following up there, he would have been struggling, Rapati, but he manages to gather it. 10 points to 8 with shall we say, just over 2 minutes of the normal time remaining. So whether Oldham are struggling with injuries though, with both the substitutes being used. And Connor coming on for Paul Groves on the Saints side. There's Ian Connor, signed from Swinton when Saints had a forward crisis, but unfortunately Connor he took an injury as well. As Ward there, battering his way through. Still going is Ward. McAllister tried to come in with a shoulder charge, but it didn't stop Ward. The 6th and final tackle now. Saints will have to move it quickly. Well knocked down, Brett Clark. Well, Brett Clark in. Well, Oldham, right before the half-time interval, coming for a good try. Well taken, and no complaints this time from me about that try. Unfortunately, it was on the 6th tackle. Quick hands was the order of the day, and Phil Beavers tried to move it over. As he was tackled, it went loose, and Brett Clark sniffing around as Oldham were pressing up, and he took it and no problem, powered his way right under the sticks, and that'll give Oldham a 16 points to 8 cushion at the half-time interval. Brett Clark there sniffing around, went under the sticks, no problem for Clark, and Platt converts it, 16 points to 8 the score. So just as Saints had clawed the way back within 2 points of Oldham, Oldham hit back there, and loose play from Saints standoff there. Phil Beavers, even though it was he tried to get the ball away, the idea was right, he wanted to move it over quickly to the left, try and stretch Oldham, but he couldn't. An unfortunate error there, an unusual error from Saints standoff Phil Beavers. Saints kick off, Oldham in possession, and Saints will be pressing them now, pressing Oldham in their own 25, looking for a mistake from them and hoping to get points on the board before the interval. We're only about 25 seconds short of the interval on my watch. Oldham there, the Is it Austin Donegan that's down? He's took a knock in the tackle. Referee Asquith moving in. The clock is stopped. I think that's for the first time in the game as the Oldham physio comes on to treat the injured player. Well, I've just been informed by my director that we are right behind the pylon, so obviously again I can only apologise for the obstruction. Certainly circumstances beyond our control. So Oldham player injured, just been treated. Stuart Evans marking up with Ian Connor at the back of him. It's Ruane, Andy Ruane it was, but the ball's been taken from him while he's being treated, and John Fieldhouse to restart. As I say, only 25 seconds. And Cogger gets possession, slips, but tries to go again. Cosgrove and Connor bring him down, and the ball's going to be kicked upfield. Atkinson lofts it up. Work has to go back. Will it find touch? Just bounces infield there. Loughlin comes up with it. And Oldham press up. Loughlin out to the tackle. Over the 25. But Oldham move up in numbers. Work attacked in half-back. That's a rare occurrence, isn't it? On to John Harrison. There's the half-time hooter. Half-time score here at Walter Sheddings. Oldham 16. St 8, Oldham opening the scoring with a Russell try after a blatant knock-on from Duncan Platt. Play was allowed to go on, 6 points to nil, then Loughlin it back with a penalty goal. That was all the Saints points for quite a while. Then Anderson went into the far right-hand corner after a lofted forward pass, in my opinion, extended the Oldham lead to 10 points to 2. Rapati hit back with a good try, strong try, right by the post, goal by Loughlin. And then Brett Clark snapping up a loose ball from the Saints, converted by Platt. So the half-time score at Walter Sheddings, Oldham 16, Saints 8. You know, for the second half of the Stones Bitter League clash, Warrington in, I'll try again. Oldham in the lead by 16 points to 8. A late Brett Clark try, converted by Duncan Platt, and Phil Beavers to get us underway for the second half. Oldham again driving up, and no doubt Saints coach Mike McClellan has been laying the law down at half-time. It's an unfortunate error on Saints' part that led to that last try, and Saints had just come back into it at 10 points to 8. But it's Cogger trying to batter his way through, but reception committee of Harrison and Cosgrove there. The ball back to McAllister again as Cooper tries to charge it down, but they're going to have to lay off. Give Les Quirk, well, that's not 10 yards, is it? You've got to have 10 yards of free movement. McAllister right at the back. But it's Austin Donegan, Tommy Martin into the action there. Ian Connor. Bitterly cold day here at Walter Sheddings. It's very rare we come here when it's warm, isn't it? But it's Stuart Evans making his way upfield. Saints, last time we was here at Walter Sheddings, a couple of years ago, Saints managed to scrape through 26 points to 22. But the ball being juggled there, and Saints coming up with it, but a forward pass or a knock-on is the indication. Oldham with scrum possession of the second half. Break quickly, Duncan Platt again. Strong lad, finally pulled down by Mark Bailey. Scrums Oldham was taking 6-1 in the first half. I made it. But it's Oldham again. Martin, Clark along the line. Clark again. And back to Duncan Platt. Links up well in this Oldham outfit, doesn't he? He's brought down centre field in the Oldham 25. Ford, well along the line. Very lucky there as Clark comes in. Well, no way that was a knock-on there. Clark, he was facing our commentary position, and referee Asquith came in and said it was a knock-on. Oh, it's a scrum down. Well, we mustn't grumble, must we? It's a scrum down, it's a Saints feed, but Oldham have been penalised right away for not packing correctly. So it relieves the pressure on the Saints, just outside their own 25. Phil Beavers, hopefully to find touch. He does so on the main stand side. A good kick from Beavers, powering his way there. 10 yards short of the Oldham 25. Mark Bailey looking for space. Atkinson bangs him to the earth, but Saints there laying off to play the ball a bit. There should have been more players up. Jonathan Griffiths now at dummy half. Along the line, Cooper, Kevin Ward turns it inside. Well, kicked on by Tommy Martin. Jonathan Griffiths there comes back. Well, Martin's come up with possession. Griffiths couldn't get it. Martin come up with possession, and Griffiths there showing his frustration, unfortunately. And Oldham have won a penalty. Griffiths won the chase for the ball, beating Tommy Martin, but it popped out of his hands. Tommy Martin came up with it, and unfortunately Griffiths just getting a little frustrated, mauling Tommy Martin at the play of the ball there at the tackle where he had possession, and referee Asquith had no option but to penalise Jonathan Griffiths, and a chance now for Duncan Platt to extend the Oldham lead. As I said before, Saints last time here won 26 points to 22. They did the double that season. They beat Oldham at Nosey Row by 58 points to 12. We're looking for a win this afternoon, obviously. But that being brought to the right of the posts. Hooked it, brought it to the right. Another chance going a begging for Duncan Platt. Still the score remains at 16 points to 8. Saints drop out from the 25, and Duncan Platt, he's missed two, and they could prove crucial at the end, but he's playing well as Platt. He's linked up well, he's run well, and it's Oldham in possession. Ward and Bailey complete the tackle. Oldham moving it right. McAllister onto Martin. Good ball there onto Anderson. Kicks it upfield. Beavers takes it, went on his chest. It's gone back, that's correct that time. It did touch his chest, even though it's an awkward ball. Must be very hard out there. Connor tidying it up. And Saints has spread it along the line now. Stuart Evans, Fieldhouse and Donegan with McAllister in at the tackle. There's 3 and 4 and Ruane as well, so Oldham tackling in numbers, and that's the name of the game. You've got to get in there and tackle the opposition. Make sure they can't spread the ball. Harrison looking to get up quickly. Plays it now. Cosgrove, Cooper. Ward straightens up. Passes round the man to Cooper. Just going to turn it inside, but Oldham closing the Saints attack down. It's on to Beavers. Kicks it upfield. Duncan Platt comes for it, and Saints will have to lay off him. Give him 10 yards. Platt the well, it's waved away. Platt only took about 2 or 3 steps forward, but waved away by referee Asquith. Cogger trying to scamper away. Wiley campaign a straight positional swap with Cogger going in at loose forward for Richard Russell, the ex-Wigan player. But Atkinson barging in, and Evans brings him down. Inside for Mick Ford, looking to get a move together. Donegan feeds it inside. Oldham still keeping it going. Foy, I think. International centre, 3/4. It is Foy. He's finally brought to ground. For Oldham moving 35 yards upfield there, putting Saints on the rack. It's Clark again, scampering through from action half-back. Ruane. It's going to be kicked too far. No, it's gone too far there. Robinson, unfortunately, he just chipped it forward, but it was too deep, the kick. It went dead, and Saints will start with a tap from the centre of the 25. Kevin Ward now. Cosgrove played it, give it to Ward. Saints a little slow in backing up. 7 minutes of the second half gone. No score as Connor gets the ball away to Cooper. On to Bailey. Runs back into the action. The ball should have been spread over there to the right wing, the Saints right wing. There's Harrison. Solid tackling again. There you are, 3 and 4 Oldham men on the far side. Bring John Harrison down. Oldham moving up quickly. Bailey has to stretch for it because on to Beavers. Did well to take it, Beavers. And Saints certainly being stretched this afternoon. Cooper again. Gets it away to Rapati. Let's see what he can do. Hunt on his own side, but he's had very limited chances as Alan Hunt. Sixth and final tackle now. And it's with Hunt. He kicks it downfield. Duncan Platt takes it. Brings it over to the right wing. Turns it inside. Anderson now with Atkinson. That tacked in half. Fieldhouse in field. He comes back to the blind side. Breaks 3 tackles. There's John Fieldhouse. Finally brought down. Loughlin, Connor and Quirk. For Oldham. Trying to create a bit of space for themselves. It's on to Cogger. He's into space now. Breaks 2 tackles. Moving it over there to the left. It's with Tommy Martin. The ball's out. To the wingman. Robinson. But good play from Oldham. Brett Clark, lofty cut out pass to Platt, onto Atkinson. Tony Anderson takes it, Platt for the run-around movement. He turns it inside to Mick Boyd. Atkinson's now got it. The ball's loose, Beavers comes up with it. Beavers did well, a little fracas breaking out there with Les Quirk and Atkinson. And it's not so often you see Les Quirk in the action there, is it, with anything like that? So what had happened, I don't know, but the game temporarily stopped. Les Quirk being brought out with Keith Atkinson. Oh, just as the ball had come out and Beavers had got possession. For the captain, it looks as though Saints are going to be awarded the penalty. Les Quirk there being awarded the penalty. So it's Saints just kicked the ball right over the top of our commentary position. Play's restarted. David Cosgrove, 10 yards outside the Saints 25. It's on to Ian Connor. Cosgrove again, moving up as the hooker's position now with the injury to Paul Groves. As Evans barges into the Oldham defence. Donegan, Fieldhouse and McAllister bring him down. Cooper along the line to Harrison. He straightens up. As I said, Saints need all the points they can get. The ball going down there. Cooper tidies it up. It's going to be a knock-on. The Saints need all the points they can get. Well, Saints penalised there. Captain Shane Cooper and referee Asquith just exchanging pleasantries there in the centre of the field. A slap is indicated, and Oldham they're going to go for goal, hoping to extend the lead to 10 points. But he's not been too clever with his goal kicking as Duncan Platt. But it's Atkinson that's been entrusted with the goal kicking duties. It's 45 yards out. It's more or less centre. I think it's just a yard or so to the right of centre. And Paul Round limbering up again on the far side, the Oldham second row that was substituted early on. And it looks as though he's going to come back into the action as Atkinson. Two paces there, back. Just in his own half. And he's going to move up to it now. Kicks it well, it looks true from here. No, it's fell short. So Beavers runs it out. John Fieldhouse meets him. And Oldham complete the tackle. Ruane with him. Stuart Evans backs into one tackle. Pushes him off. Cosgrove on to Kevin Ward. Oldham still tackling fearlessly. The ball back to Beavers. The kick upfield. The deep kick. Duncan Platt has to turn to gather it. Saints have to lay off him. Well, it's allowed on there. As soon as the man's picked the ball up, he's waving play on. Surely we're to be understood that he has to have 10 yards of movement. Well, Saints snap on the loose ball there. Quickly down after Anderson had lost it. And offside, Oldham ruled offside. Will Saints select to go for goal? Loughlin's stepping up. I think Shane Cooper just slowing the game down a little, and he'll let Loughlin have a go for goal. Bring Saints back within a score, a converted score. ...27 yards out. And right in front of the sticks, Sean Devine just coming on as Sandman. Paul Round coming back into the action shortly after this goal, this penalty goal kick has been taken. Two conversions, 2 goals this afternoon for Paul Loughlin, looking for his third and the first points of this second half. Loughlin strikes it well. Touch judges raise the flags. 16 points to 10 the score.
Penalty goal for St Helens. Scored by the St Helens fullback, number 1, Paul Loughlin.
Paul Round comes back on, replacing Austin Donegan. Ruster took a knock as talking to our Oldham counterparts at the half-time interval. It's perhaps a planned ploy from Oldham's part, but to believe Paul Round, he's been in bed all week with the flu. It certainly takes it out of you when you're just at home, never mind if you've got to play 80 minutes of rugby. Cooper into space, brought down on the 25. Fieldhouse brings him down.
Paul Round replaces Austin
Beavers on to John Harrison. Saints looking for the gaps, but not a lot of support. Saints will have to support the man with the ball. Get runners on the shoulder. Wardy turning inside. Nobody there, no support for Kevin Ward this time. Well, the ball knocked back there by David Cosgrove. He did well, he tidied it up. It's Evans attacked in half-back. Oldham moving up quickly on the referee's right. But Jonathan Griffiths. Deep kick. Right past Duncan Platt. Whether it's touched him or not, the Saints follow up and hope to take Duncan Platt behind his own line. But they did well there. Took him. Platt plays it to himself. No Saints marker there in front of him this time. And after a mistake by Duncan Platt, he gets himself out of trouble a bit there. Oldham still in possession, in their own 25. Paul Round back on. In possession, first touch of his second spell. Saints coming for the tackle, sixth and final one now. And Oldham in possession and just outside their own 25. Back to McAllister, deep in his 25 for the kick upfield. Beavers takes it on the run. Support inside from Rapati. Rapati scampering away. Work was in B. Rapati brought down there, nearly a couple and throw from Tommy Martin. But Saints now, Loughlin in the line. Jonathan Griffiths looking for the very few chinks that have emerged in this Oldham armour this afternoon. Kevin Ward runs it, straightens it up over the 25. Trying a goal now for Saints. He'll bring them back on level terms as John Harrison powers his way in. Keith Atkinson, one of the tacklers in there, and another 3 to boot. Cooper. Griffiths into space. Short ball there to Rapati. Certainly looked to hint forward there from Griffiths to Rapati, but allowed to go on. It's the 6th and final tackle. Well, Saints is on the 6th tackle. Tried to get it away, he stumbled a bit, and where it should have perhaps been thrown out, unfortunately he couldn't get up quickly enough. A changeover is ruled and Oldham back in possession, 10 yards from their own line. Brett Clark looking for the gaps. Saints urge to get back on side. Had to play the ball by referee Asquith there. So Saints Specky's getting behind him now, hoping to give them a boost. 17 minutes of the half gone. Beavers. He's gone to the full-back position there as the ball was kicked through. Quirk from acting half. no way through for him. Tommy Martin brings him down. Cosgrove attacked in half-back. Oldham moving up quickly on the referee's left. As Stuart Evans barges his way into the Oldham defence. It's still trailing 16 points to 10. 22 minutes of the half remaining as Kevin Ward loses his footing, gets up and gains another 5 yards forward. Cooper, Harrison, inside to Cooper, inside to Rapati. In the Oldham 25 now, 6 tackle again. What can Saints do? They play it quickly, it's up to Cooper. It's chipped through into space. Alan Hunt following it. Yes, Hunt's over. Is the try given? The try is. The referee points to the spot. And Alan Hunt touches down for the second Saints try this afternoon. So Alan Hunt following up a Shane Cooper crossfield grubber kick on the 6th tackle there. Goes over for his 11th try of the season. Trailing 3 behind Saints' top try scorer this season, Les Quirk, brings the Saints back now within 2 points of Oldham. And Paul Loughlin, well within his capabilities, as you can see, about 8 yards infield, just at the back of the 25-yard line. But good play from the Saints, and Oldham Loughlin lofts it. It's waved away. So Saints still trailing by 2 points, 16 points to 14, and what a last 21 minutes we've got in prospect here. Good play from the Saints this time on the 6th tackle. Cooper, the captain, the leader, he chipped it through. A gap in the Oldham defence. Alan Hunt followed it up, won the chase for the touchdown. Referee Asquith going over. The try was given, and Saints back, as they're within 2 points. Up to the 25, but solid tackling again. Caretaker coach John Fieldhouse in at the tackle there, as John Harrison runs hard and straight, and nothing else, only full and total commitment to do now for the Saints. Harrison's taken a knock. Well, both players there, but certainly John Harrison, he came in hard. It's Andy Ruane, I think, that's took a knock as well, but both players there injured. Andy Ruane, the Oldham hooker, and John Harrison. But Harrison was coming in at full pace and Ruane tackled him. But both taking knocks, both sets of physios on the... And a rare stoppage in this game. It's been more or less free-flowing. But Andy Ruane's up, but John Harrison receiving treatment there. Saints under-21 international Great Britain physio Jeanette Smith just treating John. He's up now. She knows how to do it, doesn't she? And Harrison ready to restart play. Cosgrove at dummy half. Saints move it infield. Evans comes up, turns in the tackle, releases the ball. Unfortunately, the Oldham tacklers come in quickly again and snuff the Saints attack out. It's Kevin Ward to get these forwards running hard, but Saints have got to follow the man with the ball, spread it quickly. Beavers now kicks for space. Duncan Platt brings it blindside. Les Quirk and Paul Loughlin wrap him up. Inside there is Tony Anderson. And obviously Mike McClellan thinking that Paul Loughlin is more effective in the centre three-quarter position. And to the attack, for McClellan's attack in the second half. But for the Beavers to the full-back as Mick Ford moves it over. Ball round, tackled in possession by Stuart Evans. On to John Cogger. Turns inside to Ford again. On to Des Foy. Oldham spread it quickly. Fieldhouse, lofted ball. Loose play there. Anderson comes up with it. Les Quirk tackles him, but Anderson gets it away to Fieldhouse. It's knocked down and Saints are going to come up with possession. Well, Griffiths there, he does get possession. Clark tackles him, but certainly Saints a little lax at that movement. Seeing Connor. Stuart Evans straightens up, barges his way forward, but no problem for the Oldham defence there. They've been tackling well all afternoon, no problem. Cooper, Kevin Ward, pushes one off, looking for runners. He's Ward. Tremendous 25-yard burst from Kevin Ward there. Beavers at dummy half. Cooper chips it through again. Bailey and Hunt chase it. Hunt gets a favourable bounce. Yes, Hunt! He comes behind the sticks. Yes, a good try from the Saints. Alan Hunt in for his second, and that puts Saints in the lead for the first time in this match. Alan Hunt there, it was a kick through. I'm sure it was Shane Cooper. Was it Phil V? Was either Phil V or Shane Cooper kicked it through, and an awkward bounce, obviously from an Oldham point of view, but it bounced back up, and Bailey and Hunt were there chasing it. It bounced into Alan Hunt. He took it well. He rounded the Oldham man and came in behind the sticks, putting Saints in the lead for the first time in the match. As I said, his second try of the afternoon, his 12th of the season, and no problem for Loughlin here, right in front of the sticks. There he goes, Loughlin bounces it over. 20 points to 16 the score now. And it's a lead that Saints mustn't relinquish. I said that last week at Craven Park Hull, when Saints went into a lead with 3 minutes to go, but Kingston Rovers clawed their way back, even though that ball hadn't gone the required 10 yards from the kick-off, and then there was another forward pass in the movement. But you've got to take it up, take it all in your stride. 20 points to 16 now, 15 minutes remaining, plenty of time for both sides to show us what they can do. And Stuart Evans barging in, good work there, centre field from Kevin Ward, leading up to that chip kick through, which Alan Hunt finished off in good style. David Cosgrove, 10-15 yard burst, the ball back to Beavers, kicking for position. Duncan Platt takes it well. Griffiths comes up, he just beats Griffiths' tackle. Connor in there with Kevin Ward. Des Foy now, centre field. Coming over to this wing. Paul Loughlin and Les Quirk wrap him up. Anderson at dummy half, turns it inside to Cogger. Saints will have to close down the Oldham options. Charlie McAllister on the far side. Hell of a handful there, McAllister takes some pulling down. Got 15 stone of Maori there. He powers his way upfield, but look at Oldham there. They've made, 40 yards upfield now. Still in possession and forcing Saints to defend. Inside ball to Round, it hits his knees, Saints can't take it, they do now. Unlucky there, Paul Round coming through at full steam, he couldn't take it. Saints snap up the loose ball, but they look a little bunched there, centre field. Well, Round very lucky there as he came into Griffiths. It's good job he wasn't stood up, Griffiths. He'd have been decapitated. But Saints still in possession. Saints bunched as Kevin Ward takes up the running. Just penetrates the Oldham half. And certainly again a little dark here at Watersheddings, and it's really bitter up on this stand. As Saints come up with move the ball over. Griffith still going. The ball's loose. Connor, he moves over to the right. The Saints losing yardage there. It's the sixth and final tackle. Well, it's on Shane Cooper. He was coming over. It wasn't supposed to be going to Shane Cooper, but it's a change over with it being on the sixth tackle. Saints move up quickly, Oldham lose possession. Saints gather it back, Cooper again, Evans, Griffiths. It's knocked down, it'll be another 6 tackles. Well, it's Atkinson again though, just getting involved in a little fracas as Les Quirk. Tommy Martin and Anderson bring him down. The game just getting a little heated now as Stuart Evans batters his way forward. 10-yard burst from Evans. Cosgrove, that's acted half. Oldham move up very quickly as Connor powers his way in. The Saints contingent get behind them now. Come on, you Saints, they say. They're in the lead, 20 points to 16. As Ward had a superb game this afternoon. Ward really run hard. Saints have stuck to the task. Bring it blindside. Cooper, Rapati chips it through. Awkward ball, but Platt takes it well. Rapati follows up. Quirk and Loughlin also there as well. Bickford from acting half-back, running across field. Well, a loose ball there. Mark Bailey comes in for the tackle. He manages to get Steve Robinson down. Forces Oldham back. They're in possession, but they're in their own 25, and Saints will have to ensure that they don't move out of there for the remainder of these 6 tackles. Ten minutes remaining. 20 points to 16 to score. Anybody's game. Another Saints score would certainly put a nail in the Oldham coffin as Rouse taken down. Superb tackle from Rapati. Fieldhouse at dummy half. He's bringing it blindside. Oldham with 4 men blindside. The ball's taken inside by Bickford. Offside decision there. Brett Clark was in front of Bickford as he lost the ball. But an instinctive decision there by Brett Clark. He couldn't do anything else, and Shane Cooper's pointed to the posts. He wants to give Saints that 6-point gap. That means it's going to be a try and a goal for Oldham to come back on level terms. But Mick Ford there just getting a little flustered. He tried to flick it out. It went forward, and Brett Clark was stood in front of him. He hacked the ball upfield, and referee Asquith had no option but to award the penalty. Seemed all Oldham, mostly Oldham in the first half. They went in with a 16 points to 8 lead, but Saints have clawed their way back. 2 tries from Alan Hunt, 1 converted with Paul Loughlin a penalty conversion as well. Saints in the lead by 20 points to 16, and Loughlin looking for his 5th of the afternoon now. Strikes it well. Is it coming in? Yes, it is, I think. No, just going to the right of the right-hand post. So still those 4 points separating the teams. Oldham to drop out. Beavers feeds it inside to Les Quirk. Very few running chances, Les Quirk. Well, he scored a superb try at Craven Park last week with 3 Hull Kingston Rovers men on his back. And he powered his way over to touchdown at close range. It's Saints in possession. Cosgrove at dummy half. Saints bunched a little there centre field, but it's Evans. 2 or 3 forward charges. Have Oldham blown the bubble now? Just losing the grip there. Ward running hard. Cooper feeding out a lovely ball to Kevin Ward, but certainly good tackling there. John Fieldhouse involved with Andy Ruane and Mick Ford. Lofted ball. Rapati inside to Mark Bailey. 6th and final tackle now. Beavers, Cooper, Loughlin has to take the tackle, turns it inside to Harrison. Ward, it's on to Evans. Evans chips it, it hits the referee. It'll have to be a scrum down. It's hit the referee. Obviously a tactical ploy there by Stuart Evans. It was on the 6th tackle, and he thought, well, we'll get a scrum here. And kicked it against referee Asquith. Yes, whether it's done referee Asquith any good, we'll only have to wait and see, won't we? Stuart Evans just losing his boot, I think it was, in the action there. Just the game stopped temporarily while he attends to his wardrobe. Mick Ford to feed. And Oldham up with possession. Brett Clark wrestled to the ground by Jonathan Griffiths. Big Tommy Martin at dummy half. Saints pressing up quickly onto Paul Round, and they'll have to make sure the tackles count. Forcing Paul Round back as Oldham form a little bit of a ruck there. But it's Fieldhouse powering his way upfield. International forward John Fieldhouse didn't have a lot of luck at St Helens. Plagued with a lot of injury problems, but he's a good forward in his own right. Used to put the fear up many a team when he played for Warrington. Well, Rapati coming on there looking for the interception. It's on to McAllister. Saints tidy up. McAllister now. The ball's loose. Well, it's going to be a forward pass, isn't it? Oh, well, it's waved on. I thought it would have been a forward pass. Surely that can't be waved on. But it's Des Foy now, Oldham on the charge. Can they get back in the hunt now? They're trailing by 4 points. They're in the Saints 25 on a very rare occasion. Probably for the first time in the second half. Fieldhouse now, moving in left. Saints are laying off him. It's on to Round, he runs hard. 15 to 20 yards short of the Saints line. And on to Mick Ford. He turns it inside. Suspect onto... Well, no. It was a suspect pass in the first instance, but it came back to Mick Ford. He couldn't take it, and tried going and begging there for Oldham after a lot of spade work there. They come a full 75 yards upfield from their own 25-yard line to right on the Saints try line, and just couldn't finish there, just getting tied up at the end. But Oldham penalised at the scrum. An infringement, not backing correctly is the decision. So Paul Loughlin lofts it high and through, it finds touch just outside the Saints 25. We're talking about 6 minutes now of normal time, plus a little stoppage time for an injury to John Harrison and Ruane, and then a little more when Stuart Evans had to get his boot on before packing for the scrum. So possibly, as we can say, round about 7 minutes of time remaining. Saints just in a slender 20 points to 16 lead. Ian Connor running hard, moving it over to the right, looking for Hunt. He's got it away to Hunt. Bailey's with him. Gives the dummy to Alan Hunt. Feeds it inside to Mark Bailey for a forward pass. Yes, I think he was correct there. It certainly looked to him forward onto Mark Bailey. But Alan Hunt there, he gave the dummy. He thought he could take the man on the outside, but solid tackling again from Oldham. Stuck to the task well, but I think that would have been the killer punch there if Hunt could have squored in. Oldham come up with possession. I don't think Saints have had a feed from the scrum this second half. It's Des Foy. Certainly very bitter up here. I'll be glad to get home and get me cocoa beside the fire. But Oldham moving it quickly. Paul Round, they've got to get in. He's stood in the tackle. Could have easily spread it out there, but he was no players backing him up that time. Ford, Brett Clark. Short ball to Platt. Good tackle from Kevin Ward. He came over well there and tackled Duncan Platt. Clark onto Ford, inside to McAllister. Saints will have to meet him. Sixth and final one now. Vic Ford, Brett Clark, lofted cut-out pass. Awkward ball. Saints have got to tackle the man. It's down with Atkinson. It's on the sixth tackle, and Oldham are running rampant onto Cogger. Inside now to Ford. He chips it through for the corner. Can Beavers win the chase? He does. Well, there's no way a team like that should be allowed to get so far on the sixth tackle. Atkinson took it centre field outside the Saints 25, and he was running like nobody's business. And Beavers finally getting it over the dead ball line, and Saints forced to drop out from between the sticks. Rapati, he's gone down with an injury right in front of the sticks. Don't know whether he's fell over there or what, I don't know, just out of the action. But certainly Oldham there, they did well. Good movement from Oldham and very unlucky not to come away with a try there. Beavers to drop out from between the sticks. Puts Oldham back in possession. McAllister. Saints will have to tackle like demons. Time running out. Its next try could be crucial and Oldham could win it with a converted try. 2 minutes of normal time plus stoppage. Forward, moving it to the left. Short ball to Round. Round stunning the tackle. He releases the ball onto Brett Clark now. Clark going for the line. Clark allowed to play it. And Oldham still on the charge. McAllister. Inside ball there. Anderson. But he's forced into touch. Is he? No. It's gone in field. The ball's fed in field. Saints have possession. I thought he was forced in field, but Beavers came up with possession. And Saints, they've got 90 yards of the field to go to get a point on the board.
There's been an accident on the A580. Please use alternative routes.
Saints in possession, pegged in their own 25.
Serious accident. Please use alternative routes.
Shane Cooper taking up the acting half-back position. Oldham lining out and Kevin Ward running hard. Sixth and final tackle, but Saints have done well there. They've gained 30 yards, pegged on their own line. With Oldham attacking. Beavers kicks it upfield, kicks for position. Duncan Platt has to turn round, just takes it in his own 25. Saints close in and the tackling will have to be firm. Platt comes down the touchline. Saints tidy him up right in front of our position here. Well, Saints penalised for striking at the ball. And that's the ball put down for play. It's up open for grabs. Oldham win the penalty. They know there's time running out. We're talking about 15 seconds of normal time. Well, it certainly looked as though a Saints player had knocked it out of the Oldham man's hands. Ruane came up with it, so the referee is ruled a knock-on. To scrum down with the Saints feed. Oldham very unlucky there. But we mustn't grumble, must we? We're in the lead by 20 points to 16 and time running out for Oldham now. We've played 40 minutes on my watch. We're in stoppage time. Saints are in possession. They've come up with the scrum. And it's Beavers. And Saints will stick hold of this ball. They can't afford to give Oldham any ball possession. They've had very limited chances in the second half, but they just peppered Saints there for a full 5 minutes, you can say. Coming the full length of, virtually the full length of the field, with some power play from Oldham. Unfortunate not to score. Stuart Evans bringing it up to the halfway. 20 points to 16 the score. Injury time, or stoppage time being played. John Harrison. Sixth and final one now. There'll be Saints ploy. I would imagine it should be booted right upfield. No problem. There it is to Beavers. Kicks it diagonally. It's Anderson that's got to turn and take it. Saints close in on him. He releases it to Duncan Platt. Good ball. And he's had a good game, Platt, has this afternoon. Oh, super tackle there on Brett Clark. Was it Talon Hunt that came in? He saw the danger. And it's Oldham, it's the last gasp chance for them. McAllister onto Tommy Martin. The ball's outside, it's fed inside to Tommy Martin again. He can't release it. We've played a minute and a half of injury time. We're looking for the final hooter. Oldham's last chance, it's Clark again, passes round the man. 4-man overlap for Oldham, it's Round. Straining up, he turns it inside. He's taken down in the tackle. Oldham in possession just outside the Saints 25. Cogger at dummy half. Onto Ford, he moves it back to the left. Duncan Platt moving up. Saints force Oldham over to the far side. Actually in the Saints 25. Forward. Lofted pass, Ruane. Looking for Clark, he gets it to Clark. Clark moves over to the left. Onto Duncan Platt. Juggles with it, it's onto Paul Round. Round chips it through, but Beavers should take it comfortably. He does. Beavers comes away. brings it up to the 25. There's the final hooter. So Saints coming away with the spoils this afternoon. 2 minutes and 30 seconds of stoppage time played. And Saints coming away with the 2 valuable league points and putting another nail, unfortunately, in the Oldham coffin. The final score 20 points to 16, 16 points to 8 in Oldham favour at half time, and it was all Saints second half. A 13th minute Loughlin penalty goal, then 2 tries from Alan Hunt in the 18th and the 23rd minute, the latter being converted by Paul Loughlin, bringing the score and putting the Saints in front for the first time in this match in the 23rd minute. So the final score here from Walter Jennings, Oldham 16, Saints 20. Thanks once again for joining us.